Here we go. All right. For this video, we're gonna talk about the best WWE pay-per-view matches of 2009/2010. You know, I like the concept of this, but I think this is really a half-ass effort. You know, I think if you're gonna release a DVD like this, you might as well just put the best matches out there. And I don't think that's what they did. You know, a lot of these matches just seem really out of place. And the other thing, I don't like the fact that it's 2009/2010. It just seems really sloppy. If you're gonna do this, I say you just keep it to you know, just 1 year. You don't just put in, you know, a couple months from this year and a couple months from that year. I just think, I don't know, I just think this could have been done a little bit better. I'm not going to buy the DVD, but apparently, you know, you get guys talking about their matches from it on here. You know, John Cena discusses his match from Breaking Point. So that's pretty cool. At least they did something different on this set. But let's go through the matches. We get Edge versus John Cena from Backlash, the Last Man Standing match. Did you ever see that match?
Yes, I did see that match.
You did?
Yeah, I did. It was when Edge speared John Cena through the car.
You did? Oh, I don't. Yeah. Oh, when Big Show came out?
Big Show's, yeah, choke slammed John Cena through the car, and then Edge won the match, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a good match, but it's not something you really want to go back and watch again, though, right?
No, not really. I mean, you know, I've seen Edge and John Cena. They beat that, you know, those two, like, you know, like a dead horse. So.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, I can understand it. It is probably one of the top 10 WWE matches on pay-per-view from last year. We had Christian versus Jack Swagger for the ECW title to open up Backlash. I don't think you saw this, but I remember this. This was good, actually. I think Christian and Swagger have a lot of chemistry. Hopefully Christian and Swagger could feud over the title on SmackDown. I really don't have a problem with that. Next up, we had Jeff Hardy versus Edge from Judgment Day. I don't think you saw this, right? Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. I have no problem with this either. This features a very sick table bump. I think Edge speared Jeff Hardy through the announce table, and Hardy took a couple other big bumps. Matt Hardy actually came out and interfered. This was good. I have no problem with that. Next up, we have Mask versus the IC title match. Rey Mysterio versus Jericho from the Bash. This is excellent. I have no problem with this. You saw that match, right?
I believe I did see that match. It was pretty good. It was pretty awesome. It was one of those matches where you watch it, and after it's over, it's like, man, I wish it could have just kept on going. You know, almost like, I don't know, if this match had been in Ring of Honor or something like that, it would have been like 45, 50 minutes. You know, it would have been an epic match. You know, maybe 30 minutes. You know, but at WWE, they got, what, they got like a 15-minute slot?
Well, it went about maybe 17, I think.
17, okay.
But this was excellent. Let me say, Jericho and Mysterio, they probably had the best series of matches out of anyone in the WWE from 2009. They worked surprisingly good. You know, I liked it, and I would probably say this was the third best WWE match from 2009. So, all right, next up we have the six-pack challenge. We get Kofi Kingston, MVP, The Miz, Jack Swagger, Carlito, and Primo from Night of Champions for the United States title. This was okay, but this is not something that you should put on a best matches of the year compilation. This is just, you know, it was like a typical spot fest, just nothing special. Very out of place to me. All right, next up we had Cena versus Triple H versus Orton, Night of Champions, a triple threat match. This was good. I mean, it was all right, but you know, a lot of people did complain about this. You know, we're seeing the same guys in the main event on every fucking pay-per-view. I mean, that's exactly how the match came off to me. What happened? Randy Orton did the RKO on Triple H, or he RKO'd Cena, and one of the members of Legacy at the same time to win the match. Oh, actually, Cena had like Cody Rhodes in a FU, and then Orton RKO'd Cena from that spot. So that's how it ended. But yeah, a lot of people did not like this match. A lot of people were really frustrated that we're seeing the same old shit in the main event over and over again. So, yeah, it's a good match, but it's kind of sad that, you know, a match like this still makes your best matches of the year compilation. All right, Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler from SummerSlam. Did you see that match?
No, I did not see that match.
Yeah, it was good. It was a very fun, solid opener. Have you ever seen Dolph Ziggler?
I've seen Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. I mean, Mysterio's pretty good. I mean, you know, he can still deliver a fun match. The kids and the women are really into his matches, so this is good. Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk, the TLC match for the championship at SummerSlam. Did you see that match?
No.
Well, this was amazing. The whole Jeff Hardy CM Punk feud was really good. This is one of the best matches of the year for sure. I have no problem with this being on the set. It was Jeff Hardy actually did the swanton dive off the top of the ladder, off the top of the ladder through the table. That was awesome. Punk, this is pretty brutal. They beat the shit out of each other. It was a good match. It was a great storyline with Punk and Hardy. The straight edge shit. It was Punk got really personal, and this is a nice blow off to the whole feud. It was actually Jeff Hardy's second to last match in WWE. John Cena versus Randy Orton, the I Quit match for the WWE Championship. I think you did see this, right? Orton versus Cena. This is the match where I think Cena was actually handcuffed, and Orton was whipping the shit out of him with the Singapore cane, and then Cena eventually uncuffed himself and started beating the crap out of Orton. It was a very, very nice story. It was a very dramatic match. A lot of people did not like the pace of the match. They thought it was slow, but I thought, as far as storytelling goes, this is probably the best match WWE did all year. So what do you think of that?
I think the first match I think of, we were just watching a couple days ago, was Diesel versus Bret Hart from Survivor Series 1995. The pace of that match was very slow, and Bret tied Diesel's leg up to a rope, basically just started beating it. He tied it up with a cable. And in similar fashion, in this match, Orton he basically handcuffs Cena's arm to the rope, beats him up, beats him with the stick. It was very good. I enjoyed it. It made a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that was fun. All right, next up we had from the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view was a disaster. I mean, they had 3 Hell in a Cell matches. No one was allowed to use blood. Just a very, very forgettable pay-per-view. You would think if they had 3 Hell in a Cell matches, at least one of them will probably make the top 10 Hell in a Cell matches of all time. But none of the matches even came close. Out of the 3 Hell in a Cells, they probably put the worst one on here from that pay-per-view. They put DX versus Legacy. This is something you never want to watch again. I don't know why they put this on here. I did not like this. Legacy was just generic as hell. DX, very, very stale. You could tell that they just aligned themselves as DX again just to conserve some energy, to save some energy up for WrestleMania. I mean, this was awful to me. I mean, it was okay for what it was, but not something you want to go back and watch again. Right? I mean, I don't even have to show you the match. You pretty much get what you expect.
No, because it reminds me of when DX fought Vince, Shane, and Big Show a couple of years back, and it's just like, I don't need to see that. All you have to do is announce the match, and it's like, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Now, this is my biggest problem with the DVD. They put this match from bragging rights on here. This was not anything special. You had a whole bunch of guys wearing Raw and SmackDown shirts, and just nothing happened in this match that was memorable. I think Jericho actually won the match to get bragging rights for SmackDown. I think Big Show turned on Big Show was actually part of the Raw team, and he turned on Raw and sided with Jericho. So it was a pretty nice swerve, but the actual match was like a 2 3/4 3-star match. It was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Big Show, Mark Henry, Cody Rhodes, Jack Swagger, and Kofi Kingston from Raw taking on Jericho, came out, Hardy, Finlay, R-Truth, the Hart Dynasty. Yeah, and the Hart Dynasty. Nothing special.
Finlay?
Yeah,
R-Truth? What do you mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, you could have put, the.
I love Finlay, by the way.
You could have put the Survivor Series match with HBK, Triple H, and Cena. That would have been a better choice. Actually, 2009 on WWE pay-per-view was nothing great. I mean, they picked the wrong year to put together a compilation like this. They could have just scrapped this, Like I said, my point of doing the video is to make clear, if you're going to put out something, you might as well just do it right, and put out the best stuff that they released. Next up, we had the traditional Survivor Series match: Miz, Jack Swagger, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, taking on John Morrison, Evan Bourne, Matt Hardy, Finlay, and Shelton Benjamin. All right, I like this because this showcased a lot of the up-and-coming guys. None of these guys we've seen a million times. Finally, these guys got to go out there and just do their thing. A lot of the younger talent that we haven't seen before. I know you haven't seen the match, but this was refreshing. But it's not something that you could say is over a 3 1/4-star match. I mean, it's not a great match. It's more of a showcase. It's more of a tease, or more of just a storyline match, to get some of these guys more credibility. Like Sheamus. Sheamus was really built up as a monster during this match, but it's not a great match though. So next up we had Christian versus Shelton Benjamin, the ECW Championship, the TLC match. This was great. This stole the show from the TLC pay-per-view. I like this. What did you think? I mean, you could imagine Christian and Shelton in a ladder match. Pretty good stuff, right?
I want to see that match. Oh yeah.
And then they put Michelle McCool versus Mickie James from the Royal Rumble on here. I mean,
Michelle McCool,
no, you can't. I disagree with that, and you need to. Nah, man, no women's matches. I mean, if you're gonna put a women's match on it, I mean, maybe Trish Stratus versus Mickie James from WrestleMania. That type of match might make a compilation like this, but nah. I mean, if you're gonna do great matches, if the women aren't delivering, you don't put any women's matches on it. You know, it's just an embarrassment to you kind of embarrass your product if you're gonna put a match that's not really great on a greatest matches of the year compilation. All right, next up they put Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 26 on it. You know, WrestleMania DVD's out. Everyone's going to buy the WrestleMania DVD. This is kind of pointless. Again, I really just wish they kept it to 2009. We're running out of time, but what do you think of Undertaker and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 26?
Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I think everybody expects this match to be on there. I don't think anybody would disagree. It was a great match. They live up to the one from the year before. Yes, was it better? Who knows? You know, that's up for opinion. But it was a fantastic match, capping off great.
Okay, guys, thanks.